Hey Jonesy Babes and Anonymous Jonesy Babes, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk to you about Lawrence Dowls. Let's go ahead and get into it. A missing 15-year-old boy has been found deceased in a Detroit cemetery wearing gloves and a ski mask, according to the police, who are treating this case as a homicide. Lawrence Dowls remains were found by someone visiting the final resting place of a loved one at Mount Hazel Cemetery on Thursday. Now, this was posted 6 days ago. So, not this Thursday, but before. 2 days after the teen was last seen getting into a car. The individual who we located inside of the cemetery was wearing gloves and what we believe to be some kind of ski mask, Captain Marcus Thurkill of Detroit's Homicide Division told the news outlet. We are very early in the investigation into this matter, but at this time, we are investigating this case as a homicide, he added. Authorities have not released any additional details. My heart goes out to his mother and father and the rest of his family. The teenager had last been seen on Tuesday when he entered a white Dodge Durango in the area, according to family members. He left his phone at home, making it impossible to track him. We were told by a friend, or supposed to be a friend, the person who was driving the car, that they dropped him and another boy off in this area and they took off walking. He was reported missing on Wednesday, sparking a wide search from the Detroit Police Department and Michigan State Police. So he left his phone at home. He went with someone in a white Durango. He was wearing a ski mask and gloves. You know what I think? The boy is 15. He had on gloves and a ski mask. Left his phone. I think whoever he got into that car with told him to leave his phone at home. You know what I'm saying? So if they're out there doing something they're not supposed to be doing, he can't get tracked. But I think whoever was in that car is older and they told him to leave his phone at home. And that person who was driving probably was taking him and some other young boys to do something they're not supposed to be doing. This is such a tragedy, man. Gosh. I know his parents are going through it. I know his family is going through it. Okay, so there's a little update about two people linked to Lawrence Dowls being deceased. Two persons of interest are in custody relating to the death of a 15-year-old whose body was found in a Detroit cemetery last week, the police said. One suspect turned himself in shortly after the discovery of Lawrence Dowls' body last week. Police Chief Todd Benson said at a press briefing. The other suspect was apprehended with the help of tips on Saturday. Both suspects are described as adults in their 20s and 30s. See, I knew it had to be an older person. Lawrence, who was reported missing last Wednesday, was found the next week in Mount Hazel Cemetery near Lasher Road and Clarita Street, wearing gloves and a ski mask. The police department is investigating this case as a homicide. Benson said he would not give additional details on Dowls' connection to the two suspects, but confirmed they did, know each other. The chief declined to say if the suspects were who Dowl was hanging around before his passing. The police department plans to submit a warrant to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office soon and will be able to give more information then. And that was said by the officials. Medicine reaffirmed that Dowl was wearing a mask and gloves when he was found and said police were looking to figure out what that was all about. The chief also urged parents to know who and where their children are at all times. I can tell you this, young teens was hanging with individuals of shady background, Bedison said, and also to parents as well. Know what your kids are doing. If they're involved in gangs, look at their social media. If they're posting GUNS on their social media and they're flashing gang signs, they're wearing colors on their social media, and with others, that's dangerous and that can result in a bad outcome. So I guess we have to wait until we hear something from the prosecutor's office, but they do have 2 people in custody. One person is 20 and the other one is 30. First of all, I want to know this. Why are you guys hanging with a 15-year-old? For what? A 15-year-old? You're 20 and 30 years old and you're hanging around a 15-year-old. They probably was trying to get him to do some things that he wasn't supposed to do. Okay? And I don't know for sure. I'm just speculating. But come on now. The young man was 15. Well, a young teenager, I'll call him. 15 years old. Hanging around 20 and 30-year-olds. He leaves his phone at home, which he shouldn't have done. Okay? Always carry your phone on you. I get on my kids about that. If you want to hang out, or whatever the case may be, keep your phone with you. If I call you, answer the phone. I always tell my kids that, you know. But maybe the older people was like, nah, leave your phone at home, you know, because you can track your children through their phone, especially if it's on, you know. Oh, man, this is unbelievable. I feel so bad for, you know, Lawrence Dowls' family. You know, what mother, what parent want to get a phone call about their child, you know, found deceased? Nobody wants that call. It's just horrible. It really is. It's just horrible. And I'm going to stay on this. I'm going to stay on this case because I want to know the outcome. I want to know why these young men, 20 and 30 years old, hanging around a 15-year-old. The 30-year-old shouldn't even be around the 20-year-old, if you ask me. 30s? You're in your 30s. And you don't have anything else to do besides get into trouble? Like, I don't understand why you hanging around a young crowd. Why are you hanging around somebody that's 20? And why are you hanging around somebody that's 15? And as for the 20-year-old, why are you hanging around somebody that's 15? I don't know. I just don't know. This doesn't look good. It doesn't sound good, you know. And they kept mentioning the ski mask and the gloves. So what was that about? What was they getting ready to get into, or what did the older adults have this young teenager do? Was it robbery? Because he has a ski mask and gloves on. Was he going to rob somebody? And why did he end up deceased? Can you imagine you going to the cemetery to visit your family member? You know what I'm saying? To have that moment with your family member that passed away, and you find a body there. Like, that's insane. That's insane. But anyway, you guys, I will keep you guys updated on this. I just can't believe this. I just can't believe this. Please keep the family in your prayers, okay? And I'll talk to you guys in the comment section. Have a good one.